I don't live in the 9th District, but I am committed to change in that district. It is my pleasure to introduce to you someone I've known for many years, and fortunately for all of us, stood up and said he was willing to put his business and his life on hold to run for public office. He is not a career politician. He is a businessman, a family man, and a true conservative. Most people told me, and I think told him, that running against Marcy Kaptur was a futile and hopeless gesture. Ladies and gentlemen, our republic is too important to assume that any incumbent is unbeatable. I am proud to introduce to you, God willing, the next congressman for the 9th District in Northwest Ohio, Rich Iott.
All right. Thank you very much, Linda. Tell me, do you like the smell of tea in the morning? I do. That's the smell of freedom and liberty. And it is a great honor to be here with American patriots like yourselves on this day that remembers the founding of our country. As we join to celebrate the founding of a nation, I can't help but be reminded of an oft-quoted story. Just after the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia on September 18th, 1787, a Mrs. Powell, anxiously awaiting the results from the meeting, approached Benjamin Franklin as he emerged and asked him, "Well, doctor, what have we got? A republic or a monarchy?" His reply, "A republic, if you can keep it." Our American Republic, secured by the Declaration of Independence, the American Revolution, and the Constitution, place strict limitations on government powers. Those limited powers were delegated. They were entrusted to the government by us, we the people. Being our representatives in that government, it used to be that we could trust our elected officials to actually represent our wishes and the decisions that they made. It used to be that our representatives in Washington would actively seek out our input in order to determine how to vote. The government was supposed to be held in check by those representatives who were supposed to be bound by the oath of office to uphold the Constitution. And it used to be that we could trust the limits so wisely imposed on our federal government would be adhered to and honored. That's not happening with our current representatives, especially our representative from the 9th Congressional District. And it hasn't happened for a long time. We've got bank bailouts, and we've got insurance bailouts, and we've got auto bailouts. We have a so-called stimulus, as if government can actually create jobs. We've got a cap and tax bill that will destroy jobs, a Disclose Act that will restrict our right to free speech, and even a plan to regulate the amount of salt we eat. And let's not forget the health care bill. Marcy Kaptur and the Democrats passed that health care bill despite our overwhelming objections. Now, I'm sure if you ask any member of Congress, including Marcy Kaptur, they'll tell you the same thing, that they do seek our input. But instead of actually listening to us, our representative is listening to the likes of Nancy Pelosi. Tell me, do you think that Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco values are shared by the majority of Ohioans? No! And like you, I'm sick and tired of it. And their reaction to our objections is to try and make us the bad guys. Kaptur, Pelosi, and the other Democrats are trying to cast the conservatives and Republicans like me as the party of no. But Congressman Mike Pence, from our neighboring state of Indiana, had a nice response to that. He said, "Some folks like to call us the party of no. Well, I say no is way underrated in Washington, D.C. It's an American thinker, said something that really hit home with me. He wrote, "It's time for conservatives to embrace their refusal to bend on basic beliefs. And it's time for liberals to understand that a refusal to accommodate is not to simply impede ideologically, but rather to stand firm fundamentally."
Yeah.
And that's why I'm proud to be a member of the party of no. And when it comes to paying more taxes, I'm proud to be a member of the party of
No!
When it comes to creating new government boards and agencies and bureaucracies, I'm proud to be a member of the party of
No!
And when it comes to allowing agencies to make rules that hamper our businesses and infringe on our freedoms, I'm proud to be a member of the party of
No!
And when it comes to a budget that isn't balanced and spending more than we're taking in, I'm proud to be a member of the party of
No!
When it comes to borrowing and saddling our children and our grandchildren with record amounts of debt, I'm proud to be a member of the party of
No!
And when it comes to this new concept of too big to fail and then bailing out companies, I'm proud to be a member of the party of
No!
When it comes to politicians and bureaucrats picking the winners and the losers in the marketplace, I'm proud to be a member of the party of
No!
And when it comes to cap and tax and this ridiculous idea of regulating what we exhale and plants need to breathe, or global warming and imposing costly draconian rules in a vain attempt to control natural changes in the Earth's climate, well, I'm proud to be a member of the party of
No!
And when it comes to amnesty for illegal aliens, I'm proud to be a member of the party of
No!
And when it comes to class warfare, trying to blame the problems of the poor on the fact that some people have worked hard and been prosperous, I'm proud to be a member of the party of
No!
When it comes to unconstitutional czars, unconstitutional regulation of speech, and socialistic policies, I'm proud to be a member of the party of
No!
And when it comes to letting Iran develop nuclear weapons, diminishing our standing in the world, bowing to tyrants, alienating our friends and allies, I'm proud to be a member of the party of
No!
And when it comes to trying terrorists as ordinary criminals in American courts of law and granting them the privileges of U.S. citizens, I'm proud to be a member of the party of
No!
When it comes to a government takeover of our health care programs, I'm proud to be a member of the party of
No!
And when it comes to re-electing Marcy Kaptur, I'm especially proud to be a member of the party of Some people will say that we're just being obstructionists. We're saying no just for the sake of saying no. But these are core values, values shared by the majority of Americans, regardless what political party they belong to. It's our obligation to say no to the federal government and politicians when they disregard our Constitution, our freedoms, our personal property rights, our states' rights, and when they intrude into our private lives, trying to relieve us of the responsibility of being responsible for ourselves. I need your help to say no. Let's send a strong message to all those who think that they can ignore our core values. We love our republic, and we will fight to keep it.
Yeah!
I'm Rich Iott. I'm American, and I'm running for Congress, and I want your vote on November 2nd. For those of you who haven't visited our website lately, voteiott.com, we've got a new website up, and I'd encourage you to go there, and even if you have signed up before, sign up again to volunteer. We've also got volunteers here in the audience who will take your name if you want to get on our volunteer list. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rich. That was, I love saying no.